sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Noles will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Motion from the offense. Looking for a crease to the left. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead from the line.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Noles are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, this defense seems like they've had a good plan for the QB run game. They just always seem to be in position, and they're just waiting for him to keep the football and try to get outside. Nice scheme coming into this game.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Seminoles have this offense rolling.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wankner, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They go to the ground. And he breaks it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
There's a reason third down is called money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screenplay you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play. That offense needs to execute better.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Sullivan. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sullivan. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, man, pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll give it to him again. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the Plains, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 14 to Oregon. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of play.
Afterburners coming. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Just ran over it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll throw it on first down. Dances away. He'll throw it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going over the top. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Right on target this time. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Sullivan. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Working that left side now. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard. Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And the pass is intercepted. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes the offense on first down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter, and after 3, we are all tied up.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The give to the tailback. Turns it on in midfield. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Knowles. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas is dominating this one, and you can bet the good folks in Denton are loving every aspect of this offense. They're up by 40 over the Sharks. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. Coming after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
He wants to throw here on second down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, South Carolina. He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Seminoles in the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking to the big tight end. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
The Seminoles will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got him cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. And the Gamecocks get enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He makes the connection. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown Gamecocks! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to pass it on second down. This time he's got his man. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Noles racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air on first down. On the move, he fires. He's got it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long.